Welcome to East Coast LQ Reviews. Today I got another Compass box. This is the other Great King Street. I believe I already did the artist blend. This is Glasgow blend. I believe this is the peated version of the artist. I got the Compass box on my laptop pulled up, the Compass box website pulled up, and I'm going to read some notes off of it. It says rich, smoky, and cherry. It says bottled at 43% or 86%, 86 proof, excuse me. This is not chill filtered, and it is natural color. So it's kind of a nice light golden color. Looks pretty clear. This is a NAS or no age statement whiskey, so I'm not too sure how long it's been aged for. But also it says, so what's a better name for a whiskey such as this? Full, rich, and smoky on the palate, with notes of bacon spices and sherry wine notes. So I actually wrote down some notes. So let me going over this. Because I actually kind of looked into this a little bit before I tried it myself. But I couldn't really find much offline. So I do get some nice peat. So it's kind of a lighter smoked peat. I get some fruits. Kind of getting like berries, or I wrote down figs. I don't really get much of the figs, but I definitely get the berries. And it has a nice slight vanilla to it. Almost like a creamy vanilla, like a buttercream or something. Actually smells a little lemony. With a little bit of a spice to it, kind of leaves your nostrils with the feeling of what you would get from like a nice spice, but nothing too heavy. And I also get a little, what is that? Maybe a little chocolate or something. So let's go for the taste. So you definitely get the peat right up front. It's a lot creamier, like a nice vanilla cream. Other than it's a little end of this. Definitely a much smoother peat flavor to it. The vanilla cream kind of evens out that peat a little bit. It's got a little bit of an alcohol bite to it, but it's actually very smooth. I'm actually going to try adding like a drop of water. So the price on this was $40 for a 750. Definitely a good price for a nice, decent Scotch. I believe this is a blended Scotch whiskey. With the water, I kind of get more of like a nice fruit. You kind of get like a fruit in between, but the peat kind of takes over. I'm left with kind of a nice spice, like maybe I would get from like a rye lingering in my mouth. But I definitely kind of get like some dried fruits, like what could be a dried fruit? What am I doing? So like maybe plums or maybe kind of like a raisin or something. It's also kind of got like a little bit of like a, I want to say like a lemony, like an orange peel, kind of like a lemon zest to it. But overall, it's pretty good. Kind of got like a nice, like a buttery vanilla. This actually was given to me by my boss, excuse me, and he let me just try it out. I have had it before, but I just never did a review on it. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like the peat in it. I enjoy it a lot better than some other peated whiskeys. Some other peated whiskeys are a little too overwhelming with the peat, but this is actually pretty good. I definitely get like a nice bakery spice. Oh, almost knocked my water over. It's almost kind of like a cinnamon spice. Trying to think of what I would get with like this kind of a cinnamon spice. But it says bakery spice, so that's why it's kind of confusing me. But it's definitely good. Like I said, it's a little bit different. You get a little bit of a spice along with that peat, and it creates a little bit more of a flavor than just kind of that straight peat flavor, which sometimes comes across as a little bit like burnt rubber or something else. Pour a little bit more in here, about what I got left. This was a nip. Like I said, this was given to me by my boss. I actually bought a pint before, and I believe they're like $22, $23. Along with that peat, you can kind of get the oak and the wood from whatever cask they're using. Now that I finished it, I'm kind of left with a very strong, like malty kind of spiciness going on. Definitely some vanilla. The vanilla and the fruit, though, kind of are something that only lasts for a little bit, and then you're just left with kind of a nice spicy, kind of earthy note, which is basically that peat. And I don't know if I said this, but the mash bill is 67% malt and 33% grain. For a rating on this, if you're somebody that wants to get into peat, I'd say this is about medium peat. I wouldn't say it's very, very light peat. Like, where is it? I can't find it, but this is the peated version, and basically, this is very, very strong with the peat, and I'm definitely not getting that with this. This is a lot lighter than that is, because that is very strong. So I'd probably say this is about medium peat. This is an extremely light. But if you're somebody who probably has drank Scotch whiskey, and you've drank excuse me, I've been drinking a little bit. But yeah, if you're somebody who has drank like the more lighter peated whiskeys, and maybe you want to try to step up with some pretty good flavors, this is definitely something to check out. So I definitely recommend it. For rating, I think I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I know there's probably a lot better peated whiskeys out there, and for an NAS, this is definitely a good price and some decent quality. And yeah, there you have it. If there's any other liquor or beers or scotches or any other whiskeys you like to see on my channel, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos on liquor and beer. Thanks for watching. Cheers.